Are infrastructure companies good companies to bet on? See, they might be, but they are cyclical. When the economy does well, they too do well. They do not have any anti-barriers. They do not have a very good amounts of margin. See, what happens is when there is a boom in that industry, there are already previous players present there, enjoying the margins and the benefits with a gang, with a brotherhood, that I will get this much margin, I will this much with this area, or with this much crores of turnover. You do that work, you do that work, you do that work, I will do this much work. It is fine till they are not profitating very much. When the game gets over 30%, 20%, then other businesses starts getting, and players from other business try to enter that business of infrastructure business. Then as their previous business is available at even lesser margin, they too are ready to bet here with the same margin, killing the profit margins and the brotherhood, or the profitability, the cash factor of the original players, resulting in a very less marginable sector. So that's how it does not have any profit margins. Plus, after that, what happens? The new player which came into the market, as they were working with loan, as they didn't have much cash and they wanted to do the job, and they are doing it on a very less margin, so they would require loan, and they will get overburdened with the loan. They won't get the hint when the economy is at boom, when the sector is at boom. But as soon as the order gets slowing down, the one side from which they will get the money from the government or from the upper level, it starts slowing down. But they have to pay the loan, they have to pay to the laborers. How much will you stretch them? And as you do not have any case, you have to file bankruptcy or completely lift the job. So it becomes a very volatile business too. So from all that discussion, does it mean that infrastructure companies are totally negligible? No, they can be good when you are buying them at the downturn of their cycle, when many players have defaulted and there is a very huge economic boom ahead. Otherwise, until that, it's not good at primary level. The making of the buildings, taking tenders is primary. Secondary is building or bridges or anything related to infrastructure is primary. Secondary is the materials required in that, the companies which will make materials, and that too with a consumer name, with a brand. Recent example of that would be of Vijay Kedia's G's companies named Innovators Fake System. It's a company involved in infrastructure, but it doesn't directly deals with tenders. It deals with persons, with tender companies, whom they can charge, whom they can ask money for, with whom they can have trust. And another example of that can be Ultratech. If an infrastructure boom happens, Ultratech doesn't have to worry. They already have the brand. Everybody will come to buy to them only. So that was of brand, but there is something else to it. That was of secondary level play or theme play or pickaxe and shovel theme kind of play. Now there is something else left to it, to infrastructure sector, and the companies you can buy in it. Those are very secret talk, I am telling you. Companies which have setting with the government, companies which can work as friends with benefit with the government, and recent example of that can be Adani. So those kinds of companies too are profitable at infrastructure, even if they are at primary level, because then they can get direct tenders without worrying about the margin, that if a person is bidding lower than me, what I will do, I too have to bid lower than the person. And I tell you, you do not have to. You have to just give some bribery at a smaller level and do a friendship at bigger level, and you can get your tender with wholesome amounts of margin. My father is a person who takes tender, so I know that. So that's how a company can't take tension about margins and still work in an infrastructure sector. And if you know any rising star of this kind, of friends with benefit with the government, with this particular government or with whatever government next will come, if you know, you can tell me in the DM. Here's my Instagram, you can check in description and discuss about that kinds of companies, because those are the only companies which will be multi-bagger of the decade. Because once in an infrastructure company you have margin, once you have margin and once you have loan, you can take unlimited loan, unlimited work, unlimited loan, unlimited work, pledge your equity in this, sell your equity at 200p in the market, rig it, again lift it, again take the equity and loan it, again get the cash, again do the business, get unlimited amounts of money. So it becomes a very multi-bagger of the decade. But what if it's a consumer company? For them, they have to grow in real, they have to capture the minds of the peoples, and it takes times. Building trust takes times. It doesn't happen immediately, but tenders and making money through that way is very easy. So if you know, please tell me. Now one thing more, if your infrastructure company doesn't have any of those, then too your infrastructure company can be profitable. How? Through using the space technology. Have a look.
हमने रोड बनाने में स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी का उपयोग किया है। स्पेस टेक्नोलॉजी से फोटोग्राफी होती है, मॉनिटरिंग होता है।
Have a look. With this, without this, any infrastructure company is incomplete and can't be even profitable. Thank you for watching this video. If you have liked, then like the video. If you have enjoyed, then subscribe. And here are 2 videos separately, you can check them out.